First, you have to select the research area. Okay, finding a research area, the research problem that is genuinely interesting to you to make the whole process of writing your dissertation will be easier. As a researcher, you want to make sure you are doing something that you are great interest in doing. What is the research area? The research area, when you take, now you are going to do the research. Okay. In this subject, you are going to do the research on business. We are going to talk about the business research. We are not going to talk about any other researches here. Okay. So now you are defining which area? Business area. That is the functional areas. What are the functional areas? Marketing,
finance,
HR, operation, finance. Yeah?
Yeah.
You understand? These are the business areas. So you have to go to your business area. Okay. If it is marketing, so in the marketing related problems, sales related problems, operation related problems, finance related problems, leadership related problems, strategy related problems. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
So you have to identify the area of your business. Okay, so this is important. Select the research area. In what area you are going to do a research? You cannot do the whole area. In the business, I'm going to do a business research. So can you do a business research in all area at a time? No.
No.
So you have to choose in which area you are interested. Example, you studied marketing, HR, finance, operations. Which subject you are more interested? So let's say you have interest in HR. So that is the area you are dedicated, right? So the interest area you have to choose, and then you have to do research. If you take research on HR, in HR, there are many areas. There are HR functions. Can you tell me? If you take HR, there are many areas coming. What are they? Recruitment and selection, training and development, compensation and benefits, reward, appraisal, performance management. You understand? Employee legislation, employee relations, motivation. You studied all, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. In this area, which area you are again interested? You understand? Now, the wider business area is narrowed down to HR. In the HR, in which area you are going to do research? Which area? Training and development. Yeah. So you are very much interested in training and development. You go and do the research on that subject. You are clear now? Select the research area. You understood the first one?
Yes, sir.
It's clear?
Clear.
Yeah. Second, formulate research aims, objectives, research questions, and hypotheses. How many terms are there? Aims, objectives, questions, hypotheses. There are four terms. So you have to identify the objectives, aim, why you want to do your research. What are the objectives? Okay.
Okay.
In order to identify the objectives, first, you should have some research questions, right? From the research question, from the objectives, you can bring your research questions. And then you can develop your hypothesis. So the formulations of research objectives, hypotheses, and the questions I will practically explain to you in detail for a while. Just I will go for the next one. Okay. So the research I have taken, the topic, research topic you should have. The topic, the impact of the training and development on employee performance. Do you understand what I'm going to take now? What I'm going to take? What is my area? Training and development. So I'm going to take a research. I did my research. If I give the training, is there any improvement of performance? Training, performance. Right? If we give training, performance are increasing. If you don't give training, performance are going down. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So this is the correlations. So basically, we call that variables. There are two variables we have. What is that? One is independent variables. Other one is dependent variables. This is what we call conceptual framework. What is that? Conceptual framework. So the employee performance, can you look at this? Employee performance, depending on the training, it's a general one, right? Employee performance connected with the training. There is a connection. So if you increase the training, employee performance are increasing. For example, the employee performance depending on the training, correct?
Yeah.
So which is a depending one? Which depending on training?
Employee performance.
Employee performance. So this is what you call depending variables. What is that? Depending. Employee performance depending on training. So this is what you call depending variable. Okay. What is independent now? Not depending. Training. Okay, clear?
Yeah.
The variables now we can divide them into two. Depending variables, independent variables. Is that clear? Okay. If you take the training, what are the things coming under training? What I discussed now, training and development is one area that is going to affect the performance, one thing. Another area, fund. I have taken fund. If there is no enough money for the training, and there is no possibility of the training, right?
Yeah.
So the performance again goes down because the training is going to be affected. Attitude of the employee. Attitude of the employee at the training. That is also going to affect employee performance. See, now I have taken these three variables, how they are affecting the employee performance, in what level they are affecting. So I have identified. You understand?
Yes, sir.
So I have taken these independent variables and check how they are correlated. Are they correlated? Is there any connection or not connection? Are they correlated? This is what we call correlated. Correlated mean what? Connected or not connected. Okay?
Okay.
And what is the level? What is the level mean? Which one is more? Which one is less? You are going to identify. How many percent? So in totally, how many percent? Now when I put the questions to students, when I put the questions to employees, the employees are going to tell me, okay? They are going to tell me about this, the training, about the training, okay? About the fun, about the attitudes, everything we can identify, okay? For example, are you interested in getting training? Yes, no. How many in 100 people, how many people told yes? 80 people. How many people said no? 20 people. You understand?
Yeah.
Are they having enough fund for the training? How do you know that? Are they having always training or time to time? How many times they are saving? So what is the level of the training? So how much fund they are allocating for training? So you are going to get some information and put some questions on that fund related things. And training and development. So what is the training system, the methodology? Okay, I will put some questions on that. Okay, how you get your training, like workshop, seminar, or on the floor, on the job. So what kind of training are you getting? So now the percentage, you can say, understand what type of training these people are giving. What is the level of the training? Do you understand? So if you go and deeper and dig it out and through the questionnaire, when you prepare the questionnaire, at the time, you will get some idea about this. Now I will come to, do you understand my topic?
Yes, sir.
What is the topic I have taken? Training and development.
Development.
Improve the employee performance.
Performance.
I'm going to check this idea. Not all in Sri Lanka. Not all in Sri Lanka. I didn't take. You can't, can you do the research? The whole Sri Lanka? No.
No.
Not possible. You can't, can you give questions to all the people in Sri Lanka?
No.
22 million people? No.
No.
It's not possible. So I have to take, how can I go there? So I have to define the area again.
Yes.
Yeah, which area? I have taken in particular district, not all the hotels. I have taken only 5-star hotels, not all the area. Again, I define star hotels in Pasikuda. Do you understand now?
Yeah.
So where I did my research now?
Vertical.
I did my research in Pasikuda. Only star hotel. There are so many hotels. Only star hotel. First
Star
star,
hotel.
1-star hotel, 2-star, 5-star. So how many stars are there? Only star hotel, not inns, not holiday inns. Okay, do you understand?
Yes, sir.
What is the reason? What is the reason why I selected star hotels? Not all. Because Pasikuda is the place very much famous for tourism. The tourists are foreigners who mostly stay in star hotels. Do you understand now?
Yes.
That's why I have taken those people. Based on that consideration, the data and information which shows, based on that, I have selected that area of my research. So you understand now area of my research. And
Yes.
then I have to go for the objectives and the hypothesis. Okay. Okay. So I explain based on one example. It's easy, right? You can easily understand, right? Research questions. And now I have identified research problem. What is the research problem? What is the research problem? There are people who have already identified training and development. Yes, there is a problem. So I read the research of this guy, Aji in Ghana. He did research in rural bank in Ghana and told me that availability of the fund for training is not enough. So, and also he told attitude towards the training is challenging. So these two statements motivated me to see, is there any problem like this in Pasikuda also? Do you understand now?
Yes, sir.
I'm taking the researcher's problem. He has identified a problem. I'm taking the problem and testing in Sri Lanka in Pasikuda Hotel. Do you understand my research problem?
Yes, sir.
Where I got this research problem now? In the research of the people who have identified as a problem. Now I have taken that their problem and tested in my locality. Okay, understood?
Yeah.
Second one, Amik, he did a research in Pakistan, in Lahore, same topic, training and development and employee performance. He told me that he has identified investment, long-term investment to make organization profitable. Training and development is essential to develop employees for skill profitable. Investment in human resource will improve the quality of the service. So he is thinking about the fund. Okay, there should be fund. And again, Srivardhana 2019, he did a research in Sri Lanka in apparel industry, means textile, the factories. Okay, he recommended to continue learning system employees attitudes towards the training. So he said there are some attitude problems. Because of that, the training is a problem. Okay, so I read some researches from the research in terms of the training and development. I read more than 10 researches, and I have found there are some people who are talking about something. I take that problem and test it in my locality. You understand?
Mm.
You understand how to bring my research problem?
Yes, sir.
Clear? It's easy because I'm highlighting my area, then it's easy for you to understand. Now, research problem is over. Research area understood. Topic is understood. Conceptual framework is understood. Clear? What are the things I have discussed now? Topic, conceptual framework, research problem.
Problems.
You have understood. Research area understood. Now, research question. If you know how to write your research questions, from the research question, you can write easily your research objectives. Easy. Okay?
Okay.
Research questions will come with what questions? What? In the research, we are checking three things. One is level. Other one is relationship. Other one is impact.
Impact.
Three things you are going to check in the research. What are they?
Level, relationship,
Level, relations,
impact.
impact. So when you put what question, how do you start? What is the level? What is the relationship? What is the impact? Can you write now? Yes, easy. Then you have identified the problem, right? What is that? Attitude, fund, training. Okay, I have put in the conceptual framework, I have identified 3 variables. I have to put that variable here. What is the level of fun, attitude, nature of the training and development? Okay, clear? You
Yeah.
understood?
Yes, sir.
Wait a minute, I'll take the screenshot, then you can get that one. Yeah, this one. Okay, wait a minute. So I'll paste it here. Can you see this now? From the picture now you can understand, right?
Yes, sir.
See now the questions, how I make the questions now? Research questions. I put this conceptual framework here. The term training and development, fun, attitude. I bring it here, fun, attitude, training and development, correct? I put what is the level of. Here, the same thing. What is the relationship between fun, attitude, nature of the training?
Employees' nature.
What is the impact of fun? You
Attitude.
understand now?
Yes, sir.
On employee performance. On employee performance. On employee performance. Where? In tourist hotel, Pasikuda, in particular district of Sri Lanka. Do you understand now?
Yes, sir.
How to write research questions? Is it clear? Is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
How I wrote my research questions? Based on my conceptual framework. This is the model. My research model is this. Okay, clear?
Okay,
Now I'm going to convert these research questions into objective. I remove what? I put to identify. That's it. What? To identify. I remove what? And then I put what? To identify. See, now I'm writing. Research objective. How to write the first one? To identify the level of funding. To establish relationship. To know impact. Objectives written. Do you know how to write your objectives now?
Yeah.
Do you know how to write your questions, research questions?
Yeah.
Do you know how to identify your research problem? Do you know how to bring your research topic? Do you know how to connect your research area? Do you know how to bring your research conceptual framework? If yes for everything, you have understood well. If no, some, then I have to discuss again. This is research, I'm telling now.
Yes.
Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
That's why I told you this subject I cannot teach alone, because if I teach, you cannot understand.
Understand.
That now I ask question, you answer me, then I'm okay. You have understood, and I'm also confident. You also confident, right?
Yes.
Now there is a participative learning, so you have to learn like that. Now I have covered what are the subjects.
Research.
Now
Research.
problems,
Objective.
research, problems, objectives, questions,
Research area.
topic, area, and also conceptual framework. Up to now, research area according to book, topic, objective, questions, hypothesis.
So I
Now the last point is,
research notes I have.
sorry?
These notes I haven't, sir.
Yeah, I will send it, no problem. Okay.
Okay, sir.
You have the book, right?
No, sir. I print all.
You did print.
Yes, sir.
Actually, the soft copy. Okay, I will send this soft copy, but don't give to anybody the soft copy.
Okay, sir.
Because this is their book. Okay.
Okay, sir.
I will give it to you. So now you have identified the research problem, right? Research questions you have identified. Okay. Now we are moving to hypothesis. Hypothesis here. So hypothesis you are going to bring according to your conceptual framework. Okay. So this is the hypothesis. Can you look at this hypothesis? I have taken hypothesis. We call hypothesis, zero hypothesis, H-naught hypothesis. I'm going, this is what we call null hypothesis. Null hypothesis means you say there is no problem. Then you have to say all there is no problem, there is no problem, there is no problem. That is null hypothesis. Okay. There is a problem, hypothesis. You understand?
Yes, sir.
If we say negative, it's null hypothesis. Okay, Flea, do you understand? Now, the nature of the training, I bring it here like this. The nature of the training depend what you call positively correlate, not positively correlate. Positively correlate mean positive connection. Not positively correlate mean
Negative.
there is negative connection. Okay, do you understand?
Yeah.
So I have to say there is no correlations. Okay, do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So I have to bring there is no positively correlated. Positively correlated. So not positively correlated mean null hypothesis. Positively correlated hypothesis. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
So how do you write now? Nature of the training and development not positively correlates. This is null hypothesis. Nature of the training and development positively correlate hypothesis for one independent variable. Now, second independent variable fund. So how do I write? Fund not positively correlate. Here, this is null hypothesis. Hypothesis, fund positively
correlate.
Attitude, the third independent variable. How do I write? Attitude of employee not positively correlate. Other one, positively correlate on employee performance. You understand?
Yes, sir.
To Aristotle, Fatigue law. That's all. So now you have the idea about how to write a hypothesis, how to write your objectives, how to write your research problem, how to identify the problem, objectives, research area, right? Conceptual framework, the topic. So much thing we have studied within the short time. Is that clear, everything?
Clear, sir.
Right. So now research hypothesis you have understood. So there are two different approaches. One is deductive research, other one is inductive research. Abductive research, we don't need that. Deductive research is the research we are going to do, right, to test others' research and do the research. That is deductive research. We are not making new research. What we do in the deductive research, Misna is doing a research. So what I will do, I will follow your research, and then Misna tested in Colombo, I will test in particular. This is what we call deductive research. Do you understand? Same research you can take, but you can test in different region,
areas.
Different area. Do you understand?
Yeah.
I have taken, okay, Misna has taken tourist hotels, okay, training and development. I'm taking training and development in particular garment factories. You understand?
Yes.
Now, two different research. Deductive research. Two different industry, I'm checking. Same questions, can I give? Yes. Yeah. Can I get same results? No.
No.
Is there any same problem? No.
No.
So that's why two different researches coming. This is a very important area. Normally, the people who are explaining research is very hard. They make you confused. People who are learning research, they are really upset. Now I'm making everything very clear for you. Is it understood?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Do you know why you study about the research? What is the reason? You have to identify first the problem. Then you have to identify the solution to the problem. What are the root cause? People are not performing well. I have taken, maybe the training is the problem. Again, I have taken, in the training, what is the problem? I have taken training methodology is the problem. Maybe there is no enough fund is a problem. Maybe the attitude of the employees in receiving the training is a problem. So I have taken these three. I have checked my research by issuing questionnaire to employees, and then identified employees are having some kind of results. So in my conclusion, research conclusion, I have highlighted. So I can discuss that part later, tomorrow. Not tomorrow, next class. So will you come to next class?
Yes, sir.
Okay, next Thursday. So now, the following are some hints, the formulations of hypothesis. I have discussed about the hypothesis. When you are bringing the hypothesis, what you have to do? You have to tell your, no need to read this one, you have to tell what you have to tell. Your independent variable positively correlate dependent variable. Okay, not positively correlate. Not positively correlate, null hypothesis. Positively correlate, hypothesis.
Hypothesis.
Again, second independent variable, you take positively not positively correlate, positively correlate. Third independent variable, you take it, positively correlate, not positively correlate. That's it. Okay, clear? You understood now hypothesis?
Yes.
So I discussed about the independent variable, dependent variable. I have already discussed. You understood, right? Correct. Clear now?
Yes, sir.
Research objectives also. Describe the factors. So you have to identify, develop the budget for reducing pollutions. So there is some objectives. Why the research objectives? Why you want to do this research? There is an objective. Research objective. Research problem is different. Research objective is different. I had a research objective because in Sri Lanka, tourism is going down. You understand? How do I know? How I know that tourism gone down? How I know? How I found that tourism gone down? I went to the Journal of Tourism Board. I went and read the report of the annual report of the Tourism Board. Okay? Ministry of Tourism, the report. I went. Okay, when I read the articles, the news articles, there are some news. Tourism are very much affected. At the time of my research, I have found that tourism affected. They told me that the problem is bomb blast at the time. That is one thing. Second thing is the problem was the tourists, they are not having proper service. Okay, so for example, bomb blast, I can't go there. So what is the problem? I can go. Service provisions, right? Provisions of the service. Providing services poor. Maybe the problem is there. Correct. So how the services are affected? If employees are not trained well, they are not going to give the best service to the customers, right? To the tourist. So to increase the customers like tourism, we need a better service to the tourist. Do you understand now? The objective, do you understand why I did my research? That is going to contribute, increase the customers and increase the revenue of the country through the research. You understand? By doing a research, fix the problem of the training. Employees to be trained and they have to bring the satisfactory services to the customers who are coming as a tourist. That will increase the income of the country and bring economic conditions of the country well. Okay, do you understand?
Yes, sir.
This is the research objective. Clear now? So first you have to identify the problem. Then you have to bring your questions. Then you have to bring your objectives and research hypothesis. You have done everything. Clear? I have explained to you, right? Clear?
Yes, sir.
So actually, the literature review is what? You have to bring textual evidences, text evidences. theoretical evidences. What is that? Theoretical evidences. You have to support theoretical evidences for the problem. Okay, for your independent variables and dependent variables, you have to bring some theoretical text you have to find. Where are you going to get these theoretical informations? How are you going to get your theoretical information? This is what we call literature review. Understand? What is literature review? What are you going to do in the literature review? You have dependent variables and independent variables. Right?
Yeah.
In the dependent variables and independent variables, you are going to bring some textual evidences. You are going to bring some theoretical evidences. Yes, someone has told that. Someone has established a theory in his theoretical book about there is a positive relations. There is a connection between training and development, and the employee performance. There is a connection. Someone told, someone did research and they have found. So you have to tell, Mr. John said, okay, there is a positivity relations, he told. So you have to go and see in his research what he wrote about. So you have to go and read the theories, the literature. So how are you going to get the literature? You read books. Now you have to read the books and get the notes. Easy? Hard? This is the very problematic thing, finding the literature. Because you are going to support. You have taken your hypothesis. You have fixed everything. But the thing is, you are going to bring some evidences. There is already connection. Someone already did this research. There are some writings on this area. So you have to go and find who wrote about this area, who discussed about this area, who told about this area. The subject I told about the fund, there is a fund going to impact training and development. The fund in the training and development is going to affect employee performance. The employees' attitude who are getting the training is going to be affected, the training and development. Someone has written about it, someone has told about it. So you are going to get some theories. These theories to be connected and highlighted. And that has to be written. You can't write copy-paste. So I have written my theory in my book. You go and take and copy and paste it. If you write that way, it's not the literature writing. So you should know how to write the literature. There are some way of writing. So in this area, you should understand the writing. That is what we call the citation, in-text citations, and also reference citations. You have to give the reference citations and also in-text citations. So that subject I have to teach you. Next one. That is also an important area you have to understand. So what you have to do? You have to go and get your literature. Where you get your literature? By reading research articles, books,
books,
magazines. Okay, you get some information about it. And then you have to quote the information. Where you got that, you have to tell this person has quoted, this person has stated, this person has told. Okay, and then you have to bring this message and highlight and support your dependent and independent variables, which is connected or not connected. They are going to tell. So you have to bring your literature base. You are going to bring your support for your theoretical framework. So you are going to establish a theoretical framework. You are going to set up your literature for your research. You understand now what I told up to now?
Yeah.
So what is conducting literature review? Literature reviews is usually the longest stage in the research. So normally you will feel that literature is easy, but it's not easy. You have to go and search the research. Literature mean what? Review the literature. See, now I will go for this one. And I will continue this subject in the next class. I'll just put some idea and then I'll continue with that next class. Okay, up to now, what you have learned is clear, right? Misna?
yes,
Yeah. Review of literature is one of the most important steps in the research process. It is an account of what is already known about a particular phenomenon. The main purpose of literature review is to convey the readers about the work already done and the knowledge ideas that have been already established on a particular topic of research. So someone has done this kind of research. Literature review is a laborious work. It's not easy work. It's hard work. But it is essential if the research process is to be successful. If you don't find literature review, you cannot continue your literature. You cannot continue your research. So you have to support your research with literature. That is an important area. Literature review. Someone told about Queensland's University 1999 told about. What is that? Literature is an evaluation report of information found in the literature related to a selected area of the study. The review describes, summarizes, evaluates, and clarifies the literature. It gives theoretical base for the research and helps to determine the nature of the research. So you have to get some basement. Based on the literature, you are going to continue. A literature review is a body of the text that aims to reveal critical point of knowledge on a particular topic of research. So what is the topic? You know already. Independent variable, dependent variable, which is connected what? Training and development I have taken. So you are, for example, I have did that one. So I have to bring this literature connected with the training fund and also attitude connected with performance, employee performance. So I have to support the theories which is connected with the literature. A literature review is an account of what has been already established or published in a particular research topic by accredited scholar or researchers. So there are many researchers, they have done researches. So you can go and read the research articles. So how are you going to get your research articles? How are you going to read your research articles? I will discuss in the next class.